Hi, I'm Roger Nicodeme. I'm a regional safety manager with TransWood. Part of my responsibility is oversight of the Roseville, Minnesota terminal. I'm here today because I'd like to nominate our Roseville manager, Ben Beimert, for the 2019 Drive Cam Coach of the Year Award. Ben runs a really tight ship, and his use of the Drive Cam program is no exception. He stays on top of all of the KPIs on a daily basis. He coaches very timely, just keeps on top of all of his tasks. I think he consistently maintains a 100% coaching effectiveness, which is very difficult. I think he does that because, one, he coaches promptly, and two, his coaching style is tailored to the individual that he's coaching at the time. I think he has a good rapport with his drivers, and he's been able to get the program to a level that is very, very effective for our company. I think Ben would be a good nominee, so good luck, Ben.
Hi, I'm Ben Beimert. I'm Terminal Manager for TransWood in Roseville, Minnesota. Well, our company had already had it in place at a couple terminals. I'd heard a little bit about it. Initially, I was skeptical, and I know my drivers were as well. The inward-facing camera was probably the biggest asking and talking point, but as we've all figured out, it's definitely not what our perception was of it. I'm a firm believer in it. Specifically, my kind of waking moment was I have a driver that's been with this terminal for almost 30 years. He's never had an accident, barely anything in the incident category. Very safe driver if you looked at it all. When we first implemented, there was a lot of drive cam events for him, and we were noticing following distance was probably one of the majors. And we brought him in here, we talked about it, and the driver kind of had an epiphany moment as well. And luckily, this driver is probably one of our top drivers on drive cam now as well. He didn't even realize, that he was that aggressive as a driver. And I would have to say his events have turned around to almost 0 events. There's a few here and there, but they're easy to talk about moments now, and they're generally not egregious. So he realized his behavior and changed his habit. Well, luckily for me, TransWood's always had a great culture, safety culture. My drivers have always followed suit in that, so it was actually really an easy transition. But I think when drivers were allowed the opportunity to see events on the video, that we were able to focus on what could potentially be troubling issues, and drivers are way more aware, and I honestly believe I'm more aware. Even when I'm watching an event, I notice so many other things. It's great, makes great talking points, especially for our safety meetings. Once I developed drive cam into my daily routine, it's very easy to stay on top of it. If perchance there is an event, generally we will wait, obviously, until the driver gets in from his next run, and then the driver and I will sit and talk about it and review. If we do have an event, when we bring the drivers in, that's definitely a learning curve that I had, starting with management, as I had to learn everybody's different personalities and how to effectively coach them in regards to their personality. But with that brought a lot of trust and respect between the drivers, and I believe that is the key to our success here. And the drivers actually take it, one step further, and they're very prideful about what they do. In closing, I would have to say that I was blessed to take on a terminal with such good drivers. I firmly believe that with the Drive Cam program that we have taken our good to great, or a great asset to our company. It's one of the best tools in our toolbox.